Everybody, it's JPG back with another edition of Survival Minecraft. That's right, Survival Minecraft. So if you missed my live stream, you missed out on a few details, but if you want to get ahead of the curve, just go back to my YouTube channel and check out those 3 videos. It was about 2.5, almost maybe 3 hours now that I think about it, that we were playing Minecraft, had ourselves a good time in chat, answered plenty of questions, got ourselves in lots of trouble, didn't die, but certainly found ourselves in some pretty particular spots, one would say. So you'll get all caught up to date, maybe not in today's episode, but maybe in a future episode, as we're leaving the old homestead just for a little bit. The sun is rising, so that should give us plenty of time to get over here. I did find something pretty fun that I wanted to show you guys. I think I know where I'm going. If not, well, I'll just have to restart the video. So you won't really know if that happens, because I won't tell you one way or the other. But I'm pretty sure I'm going the right way. So the village, we found a village. It was way over here. That was part of the live stream. Lots of fun trying to save as many villagers as we could. Some good villagers down there. That's not quite a cave. I'm okay with that. Let's see. Am I lost? I might be lost. Oh, gosh, dang it. I have eaten a couple golden apples, because I did get myself in a bit of a trouble here and there. Went caving. So today that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a little bit of caving. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, I think I need to go this way. Because I'm pretty much looking for a jungle biome, and that just is not happening. And I'm none too thrilled about that. Am I seeing a torch way over there, or is that just some random flower? Bulls. I know we were along the river. Oh wait, no, there it is. I found it. Didn't think we were too much in a field. Yep, there it is. I found me something in this plains biome. Well, first off, I found this. Here, a spider. I found this big old ravine, and we're going to go into that today. But I got to go around the ravine to show you the fun stuff. Woo! So there's pumpkins randomly in a plains biome. Didn't think they could generate there, but hey, I'll take it. Don't remember if I have any or not. Thought maybe I found some. But again, this is where we are going today to start things off. Could have started the episode here, but I kind of wanted to show you how far off I had to go to find this. Oh, you gave it away. Hey, buddies. They gave it away. That's right. Donkeys. 4. I thought there was 5. Did you guys kill the other guy? Oh, man. You killed him, didn't you? Yep. He fessed up. He shall die. No, I'm just kidding. It's okay. It's okay. So there is a big old thing down here where they could have fallen. So I saved them. That's kind of what Survival Minecraft's all about. Not only saving yourself, but saving the animals and other things that might help you out later on in the stuff you're doing. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna put my bed right here, as a matter of fact. Just in case we die, we'll be fairly close. And then I'll close her up, actually, with some dirt. Just in case we die. There we go. That should be good. We'll leave a torch right there. We'll torch it up a little bit. That way we're not getting completely surrounded by baddies at night. But yeah, I'm not sure what I'll do with the donkeys. Something fun. You know, of course, utilize them in the building process. I have one build that's not big. It just requires a lot of random components. We will definitely need to go into the nether. But we also need diamonds before we can do pretty much anything I want to do. But we do need to go into the nether to get quartz because, well, I want to build this out of quartz, not anything else. Although I could use this, but we're not going to because that's just not the way the cookie crumbles. Got to get ourselves some food, so let's go ahead and munch on that. But I found something pretty cool down here too that I wanted to show you guys, and I wanted you to be a part of. Let's see, can I come around here? Yeah, I can. Okay. Okay. Make sure nothing's going to get us. Nothing's going to stop us. Yeah, we don't need that. Yeah, come down here. Okay. Now I just got to figure out how to get down to where I was. Let's get rid of this water, actually. So I fought some skeletons down here, which is why I had to get those golden apples all fired up and in my belly. Yes, here it is. Here it is. So this is where the fun begins. Look what I found. Bingo! Yup, I found it. But this place looks awfully dangerous. Yes, it does. So what we're going to do is we're going to dig and get ourselves in here. We'll dig down. Oh, thought that was dirt. But I do want to say hello to some new subscribers to the channel. That would be Japicki007, Bill Osteros, and 29 Brendan 29. Again, I am not responsible for pronouncing your name wrong. I just do it for a living, kind of. Speaking of which, I did get a question from one of our newer subscribers. Oh, perfect. We came right into it. Yeah. Oh, and right at the end, too. That works for me. It works for me. Let's see. What do we need to do? Okay, so we're going to go down, and then we're going to light her all up. But Mukake LP actually asked, as a newish viewer, I'm unsure if you've answered this. Have you worked in radio or television before? He says, you have an amazing voice for either or this. Well, Mukake, I have mentioned it in the past, but I don't really talk about it a lot. But I am on the radio. I have my own morning show on a rock station in the Indiana market, southern Indiana market. I've been doing it for just over 4 years now, as a matter of fact. Just celebrated our 4-year anniversary on the radio maybe a couple months back, and this is super dangerous, by the way. This is not good. This is all sorts of busted up. And I've been doing radio for almost 15 years, as a matter of fact. I started in high school because, honestly, I did not want to do anything else that everyone else was doing in high school for jobs. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. I didn't think I would be good for the fast food market, and that's not to say that I'm above it. I just knew that I would get very frustrated with customers that didn't like the way their orders were. Oh, there's a witch. And so that I just, before, oh, there's 2 of them. Before something bad happened, I sought employment and heard that they were hiring at the radio station. Oh, I hit a skeleton instead. Maybe we should not do that. Let's see. Let's go down this way. And filed an application. Got a pretty basic job to start. I was started where I had to program all the commercials for the weekend because this is before computers really made our lives a little bit easier in radio. And so they hired someone like me to go in and schedule all the commercials and stuff to air over the weekends. And so on Fridays, I had to go in and basically type about 1,000 4-digit numbers over and over and over and over from the paper log, which had all the numbers that we needed to make things happen on it, onto the computer. And eventually, basically, that we call that traffic. So anything that involves a commercial is called traffic. So I was just the guy that was required to go in and do all that stuff. Okay, so the witches fell down there. I'm okay with that. Not finding anything good so far, but we will. We will. I'm positive. Stay positive. Okay, so there's a zombie there. We'll stay away from him for now. And so I started, that is the lowest job you could have gotten without, okay, that's probably a spider spawner there. Yep, the little evil bastards. Yeah, they want me. Outside of being an intern. That was probably the lowest tier job you could get in radio. Okay, perfect. hoping I can find some diamonds. What level are we at? 32. So we're not going to find diamonds at this particular level, but I may be hoping to find some. Oh, gosh. Let's put a torch on that, too. We'll hear him before we see him, that's for sure. And so I did that for a couple years, worked weekends, ran commercials during like NASCAR races and local high school sports, all sorts of random things. Go ahead and mark that off as well. Like a soul. Go down here just for a second. Get some torches down. It's probably a dead end. Yep, okay. So I did that, and then I kind of worked my way up. Then eventually, if you worked weekends, you were able to record some stuff for the radio, like weathers. We record our weathers to run each hour so that people can stay up to date on the latest weather information. We actually still do that with all of our new people. Basically, anybody that works a shift is required to record some stuff, not only commercials, but also weathers that run 24/7. We're one of those stations that we give you the weather report no matter what time of the day it is, because weather's important to know. People like to talk about it. People like to hear about it. So that's what we do. And like I mentioned, I wasn't on the air right away. Actually, it probably took a good 8 years or thereabouts before I really did what one would call an air shift. Basically, getting on the radio and reporting stuff and being a live talent. You know, being somebody that you could interact with or somebody that you could hear doing whatever. And that was more by choice because I didn't get into radio as a career. I got into it simply because I didn't want to, do anything in high school that, would require a lot of, I guess, people interaction. I wasn't very good with people. It's still something that I struggle with. Not as bad as it used to be, though. I was kind of a jerk. I really was. I was kind of full of myself. And that's not okay. Oh, man. Let's go ahead and get this stuff, though. Actually, you know what? We need all these mine tracks. Yeah, so we'll have to come back here and retrieve all those. I'm not going to do it anytime soon, though. Let's see. Oh. These are bad guys. These guys suck so bad. They suck so bad. All right. We're going to take care of those. And, so just a lot of stuff. Like, everyone thinks, like, the radio is, like, one of the coolest jobs ever. And it can be, but it can also be one of the most involved. So I don't wear just one hat. I do all the web design stuff. I do a lot of the graphic design stuff. I actually designed all of our station logos, which is pretty cool. Oh, gosh. Dang it. Oh, that's not good. This is not good. We are in a tight spot. We are in a tight spot. There we go. That is not going to work out for us. That's all that talking I'm doing. So, let's see. Let me see of all the things. So I have a morning show. I was a program director, which basically is the day-to-day kind of stuff. You're responsible for the programming team. I did step down from that because I had some other stuff that I wanted to focus on, not only for my career, but also at home. So I stopped doing that for now. I mean, it's something that I'm qualified to do. Let's get rid of all this string so we don't get all mixed up in it. Let's see where it takes us. Let's go ahead and put that there and put a torch there. Okay. So let's see. On-air talent, I can do production, which means I can produce commercials. I can voice commercials. I can do that professionally if need be. I do all the graphic design stuff necessary. I do all the IT, which means all the day-to-day computer stuff that's needed. I do the web design. I do social media. I'm all up in that. Okay, so we roughly got back to a decent spot spot. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Oh, and then I can do some engineering, so I know how to work on some of the radio equipment itself, which is a pretty good thing to be able to do. There are so many evil spiders up in this. No, 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 no. Oh, you bastard. You son of a bitch. We're gonna die. Well, we're gonna get close to it. Gosh dang it. Should have known better. Jason, you're an idiot. Ugh. Should have brought a golden apple. We'll definitely need to eat one or two. Or just die. Sometimes it's easier to die than to waste your time with a golden apple. Oh, am I... Here, this will be easier. There we go. But yes, I am a radio guy. And I have thought about television as the next step, but... I'm more wanting to get into the movie side of stuff. There we go. Back away. Don't care about that stuff there. And close them off there. Okay. Very cool. Don't want to necessarily go back down here, do we? Let me use this pickaxe instead. Oh, interesting. Maybe I can get back up this way. Oh, God. Oh, God. I saw it. No, 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 no. Gosh dang it, son of a bitch. Quit doing that, Jason. You fool. You're gonna die. Yeah. This is no good. This is not good. Let's see where that guy went. It's probably above us. Maybe? Maybe? Yeah. Let me do something real quick. Oh gosh. Let me close all this off. There we go. Because I'm going to probably die, so let's go ahead. Do we have anything that we just desperately... Let's just take a screenshot. Is there anything I desperately want to keep? Actually, not really. We're actually not in a bad spot, so if I die, it's not the end of the world. We'd want to be able to come back down and get all this stuff. So we just need to play smarter. We get shot once, though, we die. That's the problem. Let's go ahead and dig out of this. And I can keep talking a little bit about radio. So bear with me. We're nowhere near the surface. There's all sorts of evil things wanting to get our precious, precious face. We'll go ahead and just put that like that. Maybe we'll run into a spawner. That'd be fantastic. Oh, God. I was kind of joking, by the way. Just kind of joking. Don't come kill me, please. Let's just go ahead and add all the final touches to that. Oh, good. Just come into this cave. Oh, gosh. Really? Let's go this way. Let's walk away from the evil noises. Well, we found a mineshaft. That's good, right? That's good. And we're trying to survive. Try not to die. This is pretty much how the live stream went, by the way, just in case you were wondering. Oh, dang it. Oh, we got this one, so we'll be okay. But essentially what happened was we have 3 radio stations. We're a local group of radio stations. We aren't corporate owned. We have an oldie station, we have a news talk station, and we have the rock station that I work for. Well, the rock station wasn't a rock station my whole time. So I've been there for almost 15 years. The station I'm on now has been a rock station for maybe the most 6, but definitely 5, because we were a rock format a year before I got my morning show, and I really had to convince my boss to let me do some different stuff for the radio show, because I wanted to be a little bit different. The name of my radio show, as a matter of fact, perfect. Did we seriously come out? What? Ladies and gentlemen, I could not have planned that any better. Look at that. That is exactly where we went into. Look at that. I bow, I bow. I bow here, I bow to you, and I bow to you. Awesome. Oh man, that's so cool. I think that's awesome that I was able to pretty much nail that. Yeah, we're gonna pretty much have to walk back and get a golden apple because I don't have any at that other place. So the station that I'm on. Oh god, the sun's coming up too. The station I work for now, when I first started working there, it was a country station. It was called the Eagle. And then that lasted for maybe 2 to 3 years. And we ran what we call the Bird. And basically that's satellite programming from a network. And this network was ABC. So ABC had a country format that they pushed out to all these other radio stations, and then you just played your commercials whenever they sent a signal down that tell you to do that. I'm going to teach you a little bit about radio pretty much throughout these episodes. So strap in. Hopefully you learned something that you didn't know before. And so the only live programming that we ran was high school sports, so basically football on Friday nights and then basketball throughout the season. And then we also ran NASCAR races, which of course consist of pretty much turning what we call the pot, which is where the audio comes from, up and down, and then play the commercials when you're supposed to. And we used to run our commercials when I first started working in radio off of what we call carts. And basically a cart is an 8-track. Now, if you're too young to even know what an 8-track is, it's whatever everyone listened to in their cars before the cassette was around. So it's a magnetic tape that was in a plastic, what we call the cart. That's why they're called carts in radio. And basically you had to rewind it kind of like a cassette, but a cassette is obviously a lot smaller. So just imagine it as a gigantic cassette, essentially. And so we ran our commercials that way too. And so we had multiple decks that we had to plug into to get things going. And so that was not fun. Not fun at all, as a matter of fact. I also didn't want to lose all these 28 levels. But now that we have pretty much a basic idea of how awful that place is, we'll have to keep that in mind. And so that was one of the early things that I did. And we also, Dick Clark used to have a show called Rock, Roll, and Remember that came in on CDs. And we did have computers, but it was just a lot easy. Because back then you actually had to dub, dubbing, which just means recording. You had to dub sort of second by second. You couldn't fast track it into the system. Back when I first started working, there was. Let me go back a second. There were ways of doing it, but we just could not afford to because we are a smaller radio station. So we had to kind of work around it. So I used to go to work Sundays from, I can't remember if it was 8 to noon or noon to 4, and I used to sit in the studio, would do my homework because I was still in high school. What do we need to eat? We need a golden apple. Actually, we already have one. Let's go ahead and eat that sucker so we can stop that terrible animation. And then we're going to have to get some more gold. Now, I don't want to get all of this out of here, so we're just going to go ahead and put this other furnace down. Oh yeah, and you can see here, this is a future build that I've done in Creative. Now, this doesn't have anything to do with a build. We're going to build a boat, and we're going to build an underground station. If you want to figure out what those are before I ever mention it again, excuse me, because it might be a while, you might check out those live stream videos. See what I did there? I'm promoting. That's what we call promoting in the business. Okay, so we'll get that gold out of that too. And we're actually getting pretty long on time. So what I might end up doing is if I find anything crazy or fun in that cave, I will record it and include it as a part of the next video. Might even live stream it. I don't know. live streaming seems like a lot of fun. I've been getting a lot of people showing up for that, and a lot of donations too. I really appreciate your guys' donations. If you guys want to hear more about radio, feel free to say yes or no. I can talk about it. I don't like talking about work because, like I said, everyone's always like, "Oh, radio is the coolest job ever," and it's like, it is, but it's a lot of work, and we work really, really hard to make that job seem really, really cool, and it doesn't pay a lot. I mean, there are very few people in the business that earn a lot of money. Like basically the big people you hear on the radio, what we call syndicated people, which just means that they're on in multiple networks throughout the country. Very rarely do people get paid that much money. Even like your local big city jocks, jock is another word for a DJ, get paid that much. I mean, it's even those people that seem like they're really cool. You get into radio because you love the business. You love what it is. You got hooked on it as a kid. You always said, yeah, I wanted to do that. I mean, I was kind of that way. Like, I wanted to do it because it seemed like a really cool job. And whenever I went to high school and everyone was like, oh, where do you work? I'm like, I work at the radio station. They're like, really? That's really cool. And I was like, and I kind of lived it up. I was like, oh yeah, it's pretty cool. Even though I was like bottom of the barrel. And I've worked my way up. I mean, I'd say 15 years in radio at one particular place, that's uncommon these days. People get moved around quite a bit. People come and go, and I have seen my fair share. And I have a lot of stories from radio that I would love to share. So if you guys have any specific questions, feel free to ask, but I could definitely keep talking about it more than I probably should. I could write a book, and I've thought about it, but I've got other things that I could really spend my talents on, I think. So we got a lot of iron, so we're not going to be out of iron anytime soon. Let's go ahead and get some more of that. I've got plenty of arrows. I just fell. I mean, falling damage is what got me, nothing else. Nothing else, which sucks, but we'll get ourselves back up to full-fledged. Just eating these things like they're going out of style. That's basically where I started off the episode, was 3 under, right? I'm okay with that. So we'll stay there. I'm like got absorption like crazy. We'll leave that in there too. We won't mess with it because, I mean, we're almost at 30 levels and I haven't found any diamonds, so I can't even build an enchantment table, which blows. But I don't know where I stopped talking about radio, but essentially, so we ran that stuff, and then eventually we got computers, and then I was involved in installing the computers, and now everything's computerized. Very rarely, even like if you get a song, you play it off an MP3 or a WAV file. There's hardly any things that ever get played on records or cassettes or carts or anything like that. Radio has moved with technology just as much as, I'd say actually radio has moved forward with technology quicker than society has. So when we were playing stuff off of a computer before you even had iPods, which was pretty cool to think about, and you could, instead of dubbing it like second for second, you can now just drop an MP3 into a computer and it's automatically in the system within seconds. You don't have to wait the 4 minutes to play the song and then record it into the computer. You can, unless you're doing it with like an old cassette or an old record, even then you could sometimes get away with recording it faster and then slowing it down and it sounds just fine. It's pretty cool stuff. It really is. It's really, really cool. So technology has certainly changed the way I do my job, and it's probably what's kept me around for so long. I went to film school. I went to, for telecom, so I know a lot about film. I know a lot about radio. I know a lot about television. But to ultimately ask Mukake's question once again, yes, I do work in radio. This voice did not sound this way when I was, 15, 16 years old when I started. I used to talk really, really fast. My weather forecast, instead of being 30 seconds, would be like 20. And it was bad, and it was awful. But I have groomed my voice for this, also what I do in radio, and I do some live events as well. We do a lot of live and location stuff. And so that was something that I really had to work through as an individual to get myself up to that level. So there's an answer to your question. I do appreciate your question, Mukake. And don't hesitate if you're watching this video and you have questions about anything else that you want to hear from. I will most likely answer it. So I don't know, maybe in the next episode, I think I'm going to live stream that mining cave. And if anything crazy happens, I'll include it as a highlight video or something. I do want to start building this place here. I really wish I could find a jungle, but I've walked so far that way. There's nothing, oceans that way, and There's like a landmass that I took a boat on. I actually ended up crashing it, and I had to build another boat, and then I ended up crashing it too because I actually wasn't paying attention, and I was trying to avoid these guys, and I crashed right into this side here. So we really haven't gone that way too far outside of the village, so maybe we'll go a little bit past the village and figure things out. But that's going to do it for this episode. Appreciate you guys watching as the sun sets behind me. Feel free to leave those questions, those comments, leave those likes below the video. That helps me know that you're out there watching and interacting. Subscribe if you are new to the channel, and there's a lot of fun stuff coming. There's a lot of fun stuff coming again. Boat, underwater base, and I think a lot of things on this server, or this single-player map, are going to be movie-based. I think that's what I've come down to. This won't be. This is just something I came up with in creative, but it's going to be fun. I think we're going to try to include a lot of different movie builds into this world. So if you got any ideas, feel free to leave those as well. I've been talking way too long. The producer would be telling me right now to wrap things up, but I am my own producer, so I will do so myself. Wrap it up, Jason. So that's going to do it until next time. So this is JPT. Go play your games, and I'll be seeing ya.